Well, guys, we're about as devoid as Hollywood on ideas, so let's talk shit about some movies that everyone else loves but we hate. Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, where we discuss pop culture on 6th grade reading level. So we just got out of the new Deadpool movie, and it's safe to say we were all entertained. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me is Dan.
Yeah, me.
And Phil.
What up?
The dirty Dr. Sanchez.
And Joel.
Chimichangas!
And Brian.
Greasebers.
So guys, what did you think of Deadpool, Dan?
I thought it was a great movie.
How so?
It was hilarious, and it was good action, and decent enough backstory to get people to know what they're fucking about to see.
You have said more in this one sentence than you have in the last month. I'm proud of you. Phil.
I thought it was fantastic. The violence, the swearing, the strip club, Stanley, the chimichangas. Although I don't think we ever saw any chimichangas.
We did not see any Mexican food, I don't think.
Aww.
That's
But
okay,
it
I
was
think...
fan-fucking-tastic.
I was happy to not see any Mexican food references, because it was just like, oh, that's the go-to Deadpool line.
Oh, and the best part of the whole movie, all the breaking of the fourth wall. It was fantastic.
It was fantastic. Joel, what did you think?
It was an outstanding movie from the very beginning with the greatest opening credits I've ever seen in a movie.
Ever?
Like you said, breaking the fourth wall.
I hate to agree with Joel, but yeah, he's right.
I mean, and then to top off a great movie, a tribute to, I think, the actual first movie to ever break the fourth wall, Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
I don't think it's the very first movie,
I
but...
think it was.
Dan, fact check that.
Dan, facts, yeah.
Joel is old. He could be correct.
Working on it.
Or he could be demented. Let's see
Very
now.
true. Well,
Brian,
dementia
welcome
a
to the
bit.
show. What did you think of Deadpool?
Well, I mean, I think it was amazing. It was almost like watching an avocado being fucked by a much older, uglier avocado.
So you were entertained by that line.
I was very entertained by that line. The action was amazing. All the throwbacks to little shit were great. Especially when somebody goes to say something in the bar and the only response is, fuck Rob Liefeld.
I was pleasantly surprised, because I've made it known on the show multiple times that I don't really like Deadpool, but I like this movie.
It wasn't the comic book that was the best thing. We got like a movie version of a comic book that, they stuck close to the character himself, but the whole story and everything was like original and great. Well, as original as you can get with a fucking love story, right?
See, I actually thought it was interesting because it made Deadpool kind of sympathetic. Normally, the way I see Deadpool is he's a dick in a red costume that kind of looks like Spider-Man, and the worst type of comic book fans latch onto him because he's mildly funny. But seeing this movie, if he's like that in the comic book, I may have to go check it out because there's a lot more depth to the character.
Check out the complete collections by Daniel Way's run. They were really, really fucking good, man.
I will. I'll come up and read them at the store and then not buy them.
You know what? I don't give a fuck.
Oh, I
Do
know
it
you
while
don't.
Rick's there, though, so he can get all pissy and start huffing and puffing.
I'll wait a little while. I want to work Free Comic Book Day.
Fact check complete.
All right, what is up?
First movie to break the fourth wall happened in 1977.
Yeah,
Ouch.
Joel. 9 years early.
What was it?
Annie Hall.
The movie that beat Star Wars for the Oscar. Fuck you, Woody Allen.
Shit happens. People die. You got to get used to it, man.
Fuck you, you child molesting asshole.
Whoa,
That's
whoa.
Hey, he does
I
do
am
that.
not a chomo. I may molest avocado.
Not you,
Chomo.
He's talking about Woody Allen.
Oh,
The doctor's
oh,
correct.
I was going to say, though. I
That's
may
what
fuck the
chomo
occasional
means.
chimichanga and molest some avocados, but
He
that's
got
only molesting.
so defensive.
So let's talk about some scenes you guys like. Just somebody throw out a scene you thought was funny or cool or excellent.
The opening kill scenes.
That was pretty cool.
Guy getting splattered
opening
on the
period.
overhead sign.
That made me think of you, Joel, and how shitty you drive. I can see that happening to you when you're in the car.
I don't drive shitty.
Oh, God.
I'm not an Asian female.
You've had enough of them. Maybe that's what's wearing off on you.
Ooh, yeah, you know, maybe it's dripping off the deck.
Ew, that's not all that's dripping.
All right, after the opening action scene, when Colossus shows up with the little fucking teenage angst little bitch whose name I can't remember right now.
Negasonic Teenage Warhead?
Yeah, that one. He's just looking at him like, the dude falls off of the side. He was up there when I got here.
Dude, let's just talk about Gimpy Deadpool hand. That was hilarious.
It was great. You know, the first thing that popped in my mind when I saw that was, grab my good hand.
Oh, God. Scary Movie 2?
Yes.
Oh, it was so gross.
I was waiting for a Scary Movie 2 reference right there.
They referenced like 50 million other movies.
They referenced Batman and Robin.
They did.
I was surprised at that.
You mean just like the characters in general or the actual film? Because I remember him talking about the characters. I don't remember him talking about the film.
Yeah, when he's talking about Robin being in love with Batman.
Oh, God. Little boy Robin.
I think he was actually talking about Chris O'Donnell's character, but yeah.
Well, which Batman is he in love with? Val Kilmer or the other one, George Clooney?
Well, he blew both of them, so.
Ugh. And then Val Kilmer went on to make The Saint.
Oh.
So, Joel, you were the only one reading comics literally, when Deadpool debuted. What did you think of him when he first came out?
I thought he was a complete ripoff of Deathstroke.
Which he is.
Because he was.
100%.
Yeah,
Funny.
and then you know what DC does later on, decades later, they make a ripoff of Deadpool.
Called?
A merc, same costume, different colors, who can't die.
That sounds really exciting.
Yeah, it was
I don't
back
read a
then.
lot of DC anymore, so I'm not
I
missing
don't
out.
read a lot of DC either.
You don't read a lot of any comic books anymore.
I don't even know how to read.
That's true. I've spent a lot of time with you. You stumble over words like the and to and
And I.
He doesn't have to refer to himself in the third person.
No, he really wasn't that interesting when he first came out, though. He was just your run-of-the-mill drawn mercenary that didn't even joke around that much.
Well, he did a little bit of joking when he first came out, but he wasn't anywhere near what he is now.
Right.
Which
I
is
mean,
good,
he
I
didn't
guess.
add the truly insane element.
No, actually, when his first appearance in New Mutants '98, it was just kind of a lot of bad one-liners and horrible puns.
So it was a typical 90s comic book.
So it sounds like me.
Yeah, it was Dan in a comic book.
But Deadpool has no trouble breathing, Dan.
He had cancer. I think I'll take breathing problems.
He had trouble breathing in
Well,
that
to be
chamber.
fair, he didn't have cancer when he first debuted. That was a backstory that was later tacked on. He was just kind of a dude in a suit.
He had trouble
Now,
breathing
I tell you
in that
what.
chamber, Jeff.
Oh, shut
I
up.
tell you what, one thing I kind of missed on
And then
this
there was
movie
this
that I
one
wish they
cool really
had
thing
done.
that happened, and I interrupted Joel because I'm a dick.
True. You like Dick.
Oh, what a cocksucker.
I
Hey,
thought that
go
was
ahead,
you.
Joel.
No, the one thing I wish they had done was the voices in his head, the arguing.
Yeah, that would
yeah.
have been nice.
That would have been really good. Hopefully they're going to do that in the second one.
And what I would have thought she would have gotten powers. I mean, she is supposed to be copycat, Vanessa.
That's for the sequel, too, man.
Yeah, I was hoping it would be at the end. You know.
See, they
Like she
learned
turns
their
to
lesson
him?
in these. Well, they learned that when you try to tack on too many characters at the end of a movie, you get Spider-Man 3 or Fan Four Stick or what's another bad superhero movie?
Man of Steel.
Self-plundered
X-Men.
Punisher.
Yeah, that
Man
has one
They-
character.
Man of Steel.
Okay, that's bad for other reasons.
Batman
Somebody
v
give me one.
Superman.
Oh my god, have you seen the new trailer for that?
No, and I kind of don't want to.
Batman does a rock bottom.
Really?
Yeah, in the beginning, it's like there's a group of guys in a room, and Batman bursts through the floor, and he gives one guy the rock bottom, just boom on the floor, and then it cuts to him doing other moves, it feels weird to see, because normally Batman fights in the dark, and this is at nighttime, but it's in a well-lit building, and Batman's just fighting. It looks like a dance routine. It doesn't look like an actual fight.
Ugh.
I thought Deadpool's fighting looked really natural. I mean, yeah, it was choreographed, but it didn't look... The guys that were getting their asses kicked didn't look like they were expecting moves and were like reacting before it hit them. They weren't telegraphing it. They were believable. That was one thing this movie did well, is it made Deadpool believable and relatable.
Yeah, very true. And another thing I liked about the movie, even though they couldn't use Hydra Agent Bob, you still saw Bob.
See, I don't read enough Deadpool to even get that was a reference to it, but I'm glad he didn't kill that guy.
The whole ongoing joke in the Deadpool comics is there's this one Hydra agent that Deadpool keeps sparing, and his name is Bob.
I need to read that then.
Hell, Hydra Bob even got his own comic for like 2 or 3 issues.
Yeah, wow.
Everybody gets a comic.
They can let me draw the next one if they ever bring him back.
Stanley just turns into Oprah. You get a comic, and you get a comic, and you get a comic.
This is a great one, Phil. I'll give you that.
Everybody gets a comic.
Woo! We need to make a gif of that just for you, Phil.
Can we talk about Stan Lee's appearance?
Of course,
That was
we can.
amazing.
It was.
I was so happy with that.
Would you say it's his best cameo in any film?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it was his longest cameo.
Very true. I mean, it's kind
No.
of hard to top that, though.
Was not as long as cameo either.
What movie?
What's his best cameo,
Mallrats.
dude?
Oh shit, Mallrats! Yeah, Dan for the win.
No, he's not. But in that movie, Stan Lee was playing Stan Lee. In these movies,
It's
Stan Lee's playing
cameo.
somebody else.
We've actually
Yeah.
never been told what his name is,
He's got it right, Joel. It is a cameo.
Still a cameo.
and it features Batman and the bad guy from The Incredible Syndrome, and
A lot of other things.
Ben
Mallrats,
Affleck's girlfriend from Mystery Men. So it's a superhero film.
Mallrats was just great. Plain and simple.
I used to think Mallrats was my favorite Kevin Smith film, and then I got a little older and realized it was good, but flawed.
I like Dogma more.
Yeah. I like every one of his movies almost more than I like Mallrats.
Except
That's not a knock.
Vulgar the Clown is probably my favorite Kevin Smith movie, and it's because of how dark, twisted, and fucked up it is.
I don't think I'll ever watch it. I like to laugh when I watch Kevin Smith movies. And then I watch Cop Out and I cry a little bit on the inside.
Has anybody here seen Tusk?
No.
No.
Nope.
And I don't play it on it either. But I did meet the guy that directed it in person. Or not Kevin Smith. I met the guy that did all the special effects, Robert Kurtzman from K&B Productions. And he did not seem too impressed with the movie himself. And the effects looked like shit in person.
That is a thing that does happen from time to time.
Well, you can't say that about Deadpool. The effects were fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Everything
they-
looked good.
But you do have to notice, though, most of that movie's budget went into the opening scene and the Dalek aircraft carrier coming down.
Yeah, I could tell that the movie didn't have a big budget because all the action took place.
That wasn't that was a helicarrier.
It wasn't a helicarrier.
That was not a helicarrier, Joel. It was just a Dalek fucking piece
Fox
of shit.
Fox doesn't own
It
that.
really looked like on the sides, because I've seen aircraft carriers up close that they had those jets on the side.
But
Well,
Joel, remember, Fox doesn't own any of that shit. That's all owned by Marvel. They can't use it.
I won't lie.
Because it's not Marvel.
I
It's
won't
not a
lie.
Mar- it's
I
not a
don't want to
Avenger.
agree. I don't want to agree with Joel, but that was the first thing I thought.
it was
That's-
just an aircraft carrier, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm just saying you can't tie these things into these other movies because they don't exist together.
But
It's not part of their shared universe.
But the engine's on the side. That's the thing, because it looked like it had the I don't know what the fuck you call them, the gyro,
The
whatever the hell they
turbines?
are. Yeah, the turbines.
Well, until we get an official confirmation, it wasn't a helicarrier.
Because here's the thing: the helicarrier is not an Avengers copyrighted group thing like the Quinjet is, or the Blackbird for the X-Men.
Anything? No, it's not about that. It's whatever appears in their book. It's all associated properties. So,
The
like,
helicarriers appeared in X-Men.
it doesn't matter if it appears in X-Men, because there's been Spider-Man in X-Men comics. It matters who bought what. And
Yeah.
Marvel owns all the shit that goes in the Avengers movies, including the helicarrier. That's not an up for debate thing. There's no gray area where people can all use the same thing. Like, everybody can't use I don't know, the Daily Bugle or something. It all has to be separate.
He
So
does.
everything.
Let's
Go ahead.
say, I mean, you do have the excellent point, and it's the fact that the helicarrier is always associated with S.H.I.E.L.D., which Marvel owns all of the rights for S.H.I.E.L.D. and anything S.H.I.E.L.D.
But everyone on the internet's going to go, oh, the helicarrier. This means that Marvel and Fox have come to an agreement, and Deadpool's going to be in the Infinity Gauntlet. No.
No.
It was just a bunch of gray garbage. That's what I was going to say about the movie. That's the only criticism I had, is everything was gray in that movie. Like, the action scenes just took place on a highway or a junkyard. There wasn't really anything thrilling. It looked good, and it was cool, but location-wise, it was just like, nah.
Well, I mean, that's what you get when you have such a tiny budget, and everybody expects the movie to fail.
Well, for what they did use the budget on, it looked great. Colossus looked great. The Blackbird looked great. I liked the mansion they used for the X-Men.
Yeah.
Everything was cool.
I don't see this movie failing whatsoever.
Oh, no, there's no way. It's just Fox
No way in
expecting it to
hell.
fail because it has the R rating. All it proved was that you can have an R-rated superhero movie, and people will still go see it.
If anything, I advocate that people go out and see it more than once to prove that an R-rated superhero film can make it. Because it would be nice for Marvel proper to take a chance and make an R-rated film like a Punisher Daredevil crossover, or like an actual Defenders film.
I'm going Saturday again with my buddy Tim.
I'm going Friday, tomorrow.
I'm not, because I liked it, and I will probably buy it on Blu-ray. I will give them my money that way, but I don't plan on ever seeing it again in theaters. I'm kind of done with doing double screenings of movies anymore. I did it with you so many times, Joel, because I would see a movie with Dion in Michigan, and then I'd have to come home and see it with Joel. I'd be like, that was cool, but I'm burnt out now.
You're too old for that shit.
I am too old. At 27 years old, I am too old.
Wow.
But how do you guys think Ryan Reynolds did?
He did an amazing
Fantastic.
job.
Fantastic. For the fact that he also put a lot of time in, and this is the love that he wanted to do.
And did it show up on screen?
Yes.
Oh, hell
yes.
yeah.
I love the multiple different Green Lantern drops that happened in this movie.
Oh, God,
That was
yes.
Yeah.
comedy as fuck.
And when he had the Deadpool action figure from Wolverine Origins,
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, yeah?
that shit was fucking awesome. Because our theater, not many people got it. They were just kind of like, oh, nothing. But I was like, oh, no way. Fucking shitty Deadpool.
Man, I still love the fact that in the bar, I know I've said it once tonight already, but when he goes into the bar, somebody says something to him, and he's like, yeah, fuck Rob Liefeld.
No, he says, fuck you, Liefeld, because Liefeld is in the scene.
Okay, no, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, Rob Liefeld was the guy at the bar. He was just sitting there, like, it's cool to see, other creators in these movies, because normally it's like Stan Lee's in all these movies, and he's not even associated with Deadpool, or what else did Stan Lee not really work on? Guardians of the Galaxy. He wasn't a part of that creation, but he's in those movies because he's kind of in all the Marvel movies. But it was nice to see an actual proper creator outside of Stan Lee get some.
I don't remember his cameo in Guardians. What did he do?
He was on that.
He was
city.
just there.
He was at the Guardian City. What's the thing?
He
where
was
the,
hitting on some
Nova,
chick.
Yeah, the Nova Corps place.
Oh, okay.
It was
I
early in the
Oh,
movie.
okay. I
Yeah,
got
you're
it.
really.
It's like
That
when
would
they're
be
in
a cool fucking movie,
yeah.
by the way. A Nova Corps movie.
It's not out of the realm of possibility, man.
Well, once we hit that Infinity Gauntlet territory and we're running out of movies to make, Nova Corps coming your way 2028.
There's a whole
You've
lot
seen
of
it here
movies to
first.
actually make.
Oh, I know, but I don't think... Okay, like, for example, had the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man franchise not ended the way it did, let's say they went from Spider-Man 2 to something else, there were so many characters to adapt. I don't think they're going to do it right with this new Spider-Man because they're trying to just jump into... They're trying to keep him in high school forever, and it's going to get boring. I think people are going to lose interest in it.
Honestly, I found that Peter was more interesting even in the books after high school, in college, and even after college.
Well, Brian, what a lot of people don't understand, and I've never got to bring this up on the show, is that Spider-Man graduates from college within like the first 32, or high school, within like the first 30 or 32 issues, and by issue 35 he's in college. And he's in college for like 20 real-life years. Like, he even drops out in the 80s to go back and graduate by the end of the 80s. So, for people to always use the argument, oh, but Spider-Man's in high school, it's his true character. No, Ultimate Spider-Man's in high school, and then he dies while he's in high school. Like,
And
Ultimate
then
Spider-Man's a drop in
And
the
then
bucket.
he's replaced by a kid who's still in high school.
Yeah, a younger kid. I'm tired of like little kid superheroes. That's why Deadpool is so important to be successful, because it's an adult film with an adult hero, and yeah, it's childish at some points, but I think it had a really good, strong story. That's what kept me involved. If it would have just been like every 5 seconds Deadpool looks at the screen and says like butthole or something, I would have thought the movie was retarded. But because you cared about Wade Wilson and his relationship with his girlfriend, it made sense, and it was cool to see like a revenge story.
Yes, it really was. I mean, all around the movie was it was very good. I mean, minus the shitty budget they gave it, it was really, really fucking amazing.
What'd you think of the scene where the lady's tit popped out and Colossus blocked it with his hand? It was like, you should
That
cover
was
up.
hilarious.
And she took advantage.
I didn't like Colossus that much. I thought he was kind of a nerd.
Well,
He was too goody fucking two-shoe, but it was comedy when, he's like, oh, no, put that away. She's like, smiles, oh, thank you, you're so sweet, and then punches him right in the dick.
Shh. Remember when Deadpool broke his fucking hands punching him in the dick?
That was comedy.
The comedy was so well written in this movie. It wasn't stupid.
Yeah, it was really good. Go ahead.
I was just like, to see him walk down that hallway in a fucking bathrobe doing the Ferris Bueller shit at the end. Oh my god.
That was pretty good. Oh yeah, if you haven't watched it yet, wait for that extra scene at the end of the credits. It's well worth it.
Yeah.
If you don't understand the ending credit scene, go watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and then watch Deadpool again,
And then listen to this episode again.
and then
Because I'm sure there's something we talk about that you've missed.
and then
And
listen to this
subscribe on
episode a few
YouTube.
more times.
Yes, and subscribe on YouTube.
Always
Facebook,
subscribe on YouTube.
Twitter.
And Twitter.
Shit, while we're plugging ourselves in the middle of an episode randomly, listen to all our episodes multiple times. There's a thread. If you listen to our early episodes, you can hear me hate Star Wars before it comes out. And I accurately predict the movie before it comes out. So,
Spoiler alert! It sucked.
if you want to hear my heartbreak over the course of 2 months, listen to the first 6 episodes.
You want to hear him get emotionally gutted?
All my emotional guts are back, though, for this movie, because fuck, it was fun.
This was an awesome movie.
We have another fan, by the way, gentlemen. I was at work today, and they told me that they love our fucking podcast.
Is his name John?
No, her name is Emily. Let's give her a
Holy-
shout out.
Holy shit, a woman listens to our show and is not offended?
Whoa!
Yes.
Oh my god, Emily,
How
you're my
fucked up is
favorite.
she?
You and Noah are my favorite listeners.
Well, she dates a coworker of mine, so pretty fucked up.
Oh,
Wait, you
Never mind.
only work at the comic book store, right?
Yes.
So she either dates Phil, which is not happening, and not you, Phil, or Mark?
No, one of the new guys.
Oh, okay, well, we'll keep his name off the
you
air.
got more
but-
than 2 guys working there? Wow.
Yeah, Rocket Rooster's like 6 or 7 people now, Joel.
Very true.
no.
I
Oh,
don't know what
and
to
by the
say.
way, Joel, I wrote a review for Yelp, or a review for Rocket Rooster on Yelp, and somebody cited it in an article. At first I thought I was plagiarized, and I was really excited because I thought my work was worth stealing. And they did steal it, but they gave me a citation.
Well, that's good.
Congratulations.
It said from Jeff H. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
That's-
I'm on a website.
That guy sounds familiar.
Oh, man. And Rick got so excited. And he's like, he had to talk to Jeff about it for like 5 minutes.
We should invite
Yeah.
this Jeff H onto our podcast.
He's a good guy.
He's got
He's
a
a
good soul.
righteous dude.
Can you believe how far the principal from Ferris Bueller's Day Off has fallen?
Mr. Rooney?
Yeah, he's like a peder-ass, like Hanrahan, bucking for a promotion.
Bueller.
Ben Stein. You guys remember when Ben Stein's Money?
Yes.
I remember
Yes.
that.
God damn, that was a good show. Man, the 90s were the best decade for TV shows.
Very true. The 90s were just a great decade.
We'll do a part 2 of the 90s eventually, because we barely scratched the surface of that decade.
I know, man.
There's literally like 10 years of stuff we could talk about.
And we could just breach over to the year 2000.
And talk about how much it sucked.
Ah, dude, the year 2000 was an excellent year.
I don't know. I just thought it sucked.
Well, that's because
Well-
you suck.
Oh, thank you.
And we're back to him with guys.
Oh.
Right?
So there was a smidge too much Deadpool wiener in this film for me. I'm just going to put it out there.
Deadpool wiener.
Yeah, it showed it a couple times. I was like, don't show his wiener.
I didn't see his wiener. Then again, I wasn't looking for it.
I wasn't looking for it either, but it was on the screen.
Those were Joel's favorite parts of the movie.
Oh God.
My favorite parts of that movie was Vanessa.
She was a good look, especially when her hair grew out and she didn't look like a pissed
I can't
off.
believe that's Jill's favorite part because I was a woman.
Oh,
Oh.
What did you? Okay, so I always thought Deadpool got like burned or something because I don't read the books. I don't really give a shit about the character. Now I do. But what was in that tube? That was it? Just the lack of oxygen that made his skin get fucked up?
no, it's according to the original origin story for Deadpool when they went back and gave him one. It was the chemicals they used in the Weapon X program to cure the cancer and give him his healing factor.
Oh, okay.
Side effect from the chemicals.
See, the movie doesn't go into the extent of his appearance. See, his flesh is actually always bubbling and popping with sores because he's constantly healing. The healing
Sounds
never
delicious.
stops.
Yeah.
So he looks like a pizza.
So he looks like Freddy Krueger on like amphetamines.
Who
I
fucked
don't
the
know if that
topical
makes
map
sense,
of?
but you tell. Like I said, I thought it was funny. What did you think of the bartender?
Weasel?
Yeah, I just call him T.J. Miller, his real name.
Yeah, he did an
Perfect.
excellent job.
Nobody could have done that part better.
Nope.
Dan, I think you could have done just as good of a job playing Weasel.
Really?
Guy reminded me of what's his name from Mallrats though.
Yeah, that guy.
Brody? Jason Lee? Chasing Amy's Jason Lee?
Yeah. His delivery was kind of the same.
Well, I just think
That's his entire shtick.
Yeah, I don't really think he's that funny. He was in Transformers 4.
No, we don't want to talk about that.
I'll just say it was garbage.
His
I did not see
TV shows were better.
What was he in?
My Name is Earl.
Wait, T.J. Miller was in My Name is Earl?
We're talking
Jason
about Jason Lee, yeah.
Oh, I love Jason Lee, and I love My Name is Earl. It's a great show.
Apparently I got myself lost and confused. Normal, right?
Well, I mean, you're not drunk enough, so...
Saturday night, I had the best superpower ever.
What was it?
I magically always had another beer in my hand.
It's true. I have to say, ever since Hannah and Kyle friended me on Facebook, they've made me want to step up my Facebook game.
Yeah.
They're like professional level Facebookers, especially Kyle. When he complains so hard about like somebody cut in front of him in line at McDonald's that he made a graph. Like flat out made a graph, and I was impressed. So from now on, when I bitch on Facebook, I need to make graphs and charts and other visual aids because I am an artist. I can make them easily.
Before and
diagrams.
Before and after pictures.
Shh. We should make an
Need
app
everything.
for when I bitch about stuff. We should make an app for this show eventually.
Yes, most definitely.
It'll just be a picture of Joel's face when you press on it, it farts. I'd use it.
That sounds...
what you need to do is make a soundboard app for the show.
That would be awesome.
Creasper. That'd be yours.
Creasper.
Guys, we all know what Dustin's is, and on 3, let's say it together, okay? Everybody down?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
I can't stop looking
at these dicks. Dustin and his dicks. All of them.
I'm glad now that Jeff has a recording of everybody saying, I can't stop looking at these dicks.
I'm just glad I have one of you isolated, so now I can have you go, I can't stop looking at these dicks, See,
all the more reason we need a soundboard.
Dude, I am very dangerous with editing material and a lot of time on my hands, because I can make conversations of Brian talking to himself about sodomy or something, and it would be entertaining.
That one.
I don't want to, because I think that'd be inappropriate.
Brian,
boring,
he wants you to talk about sodomy.
But I don't want to talk about sodomy.
Do you like talking about sodomy?
You have failed.
You're the king of sodomy.
Brian, tell me the things that you don't like about sodomy.
I'd like to hear these things, too. This is more important than the Deadpool film.
What?
Hello? Well, anyway, on a more important note, this was a couple days old, this article, but Deadpool had 100% positive rating on Rotten Tomatoes at one point. And it said the Fantastic Four scored 9%. So there you go.
It should still have.
Well, it was a piece of shit movie. I haven't even watched it.
Fantastic
I'm just gonna call it a
Four
piece of
should
shit.
be at like a negative.
Well, I mean, you can't score negatives, so.
It's bad.
It is bad. So, is there any other scenes you guys liked? Hello?
Pretty much the whole movie.
Shit.
I mean, there was some times when it started getting a little long in the tooth, and then it broke away, and it made up for it.
I don't think the movie ever got too long. I thought it was such a short movie that you're like, oh, it's over? I want more.
It was a really short movie.
Can people not hear me? Because no one's saying anything now.
I can hear you, and that's about it.
I'm saying no one else is responding. I hear Joel, like, wait a minute to talk.
No.
All right, I can hear Joel now, too. And that's about it.
Can you hear me now?
We hear you. Are we all good? Are we set?
I can hear everyone,
Okay.
I guess.
Then I know when to go onto the show and edit out our technical difficulties at the hour mark.
I guess
Okay,
everything
yeah.
was just fucking up there.
I hear everything fine now.
All right, cool. So you're not Helen Keller?
No, so I didn't hear what Phil said. What the fuck?
Jesus Christ! I turned my phone off in the movie. I should have turned it off during the show.
Wow.
It was Phil.
James Bond intro.
Hey, dude. James Bond is so epic. Everyone should hear it at all times.
Did we lose Dr. Sanchez?
We lost the doctor for a moment. He's going to log back on, but we'll keep rolling.
Did he die?
All right.
Dirtily.
I'm not the first to die on this episode?
No. So when we end our episode, I'm going to read you a few movies, Dan. You'll laugh. List of films with 0% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Since at one point in time this week that Deadpool had 100% positive rating.
Yes.
So, I think Deadpool was excellent.
I thought it was a great movie.
Did you just say Deadpool had a 100% positive rating?
Yeah, at one point it did. As of
I
right
mean,
now,
it's
I
hard
think
to top
at this
that.
point it should
it's going to be lower, obviously.
it should still have like I say it should be a 95.
It should still be higher than Star Wars, but it's not.
That movie's a piece of shit.
It was like at 88 when I looked at it, and I went to Star Wars, and it was like 92.
Well, at least Spider-Man 2 is ranked higher than Star Wars. Well, this
My
isn't
ass
going to
should be
load,
rated
so...
higher than Star Wars.
Yeah,
God damn it.
What? What?
You guys keep cutting in and out on me. Like, hardcore now.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe because Dustin was talking shit to Anonymous last week, now we can't record an
Motherfucker.
episode. Thanks, Dustin.
They
Thanks.
hacked us.
I don't even have anything worth hacking. I don't even have a debit card anymore. My shit was lost. Deadpool is sitting at an 82% right now. So,
How
guess
is
that's
it should be a
few.
lot.
No,
I
it
would
deserves
So
to.
much better than 82.
82 is a B, guys. I didn't really care for the villain. I thought he was kind
Yeah,
of...
but it's
Well, I
better
just
than an
think
82.
all around.
Well, Hail Caesar's sitting at an 80%, so is Kung Fu Panda 3. And Hail Caesar was stupid. The more I think about it, that was the most nothing movie I've ever seen in theaters.
Kung Fu
Nothing
Panda
It
3
happened.
was
looked
funny
so
as
much
shit.
better than what it
Oh,
actually
you guys
was.
didn't like Hail Caesar?
No, nothing happened, dude. Everything you saw in the trailer, it was like this. It was those scenes from the trailer and then other random scenes put together. There was no, like, really big cohesive plot. The main cohesive plot was that Josh Brolin works at a movie studio and all these other things happen on a movie studio set. And George Clooney getting kidnapped was only about maybe 20% of the movie.
It was really weird how that happened, and then it was just, fine. Found
Yeah,
him.
the guy fucking finds him, and they're like, "Come on, I'll take you home," and then they go home, and the other guys get arrested. What the fuck?
That's a George
It
Clooney
wasn't-
movie.
It wasn't even like a good Coen Brothers film like The Big Lebowski, where shit went down.
Big Lebowski was so good.
The best part about it was the ending when George Clooney's giving his speech and he fucks up the line.
Oh,
And Michael Cera plays Jesus.
Yeah, and Michael
What the
Cera's
fuck?
Jesus.
What the fuck? What?
Fuck Michael
we have
Cera.
technical difficulties with Phil again, and now I hear you guys perfectly fine.
Well, let's just keep it rolling.
Well, we found
This
our
shit is
problem.
insane.
This shit is insane. This will be an episode.
Ron,
I'll
I've got to
remember.
go.
Well, see you, Joel. I'll talk to you sometime in the future, you Negasonic teenage warhead. You're a Negasonic geriatric warhead.
Have a
Boom.
good one, Joel. It was nice talking shit. Geriatric
Be-
warhead.
Be honest. It wasn't nice.
Nice, you
Yeah.
guys. Everybody have fun.
Anyway.
And please
Don't
stay
let-
alive
back
for
to
another
Deadpool.
week. I
It
really,
was an all
I might even
around.
shed a tear if you pass away, but I gotta go.
Don't
Don't.
don't tell me
Alright.
what to do with my life.
God damn, the lag is retarded.
All right. Don't you tell me how to live my life.
Are you
Yes,
guys
it
not
is,
hearing
but
me?
anyway, I can hear you, Jeff. Can you hear me?
I hear you, but like you'll say something, and then Dan will say something at the same time, and then you'll both say the same thing. It is weird.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. It's been kind of fucking laggy, but whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna make my last point for the night, and then I think I'm gonna head off here, gentlemen. Deadpool was, yeah, fuck off, Dan. You're about as gentle as a fucking bulldozer going through a building. Deadpool was an all-around
pretty
great
gentle right
movie. It
there.
was a great. Fuck off, you son of a bitch. It was a great movie. I'm gonna go see it again in theaters. I'm definitely picking it up on Blu-ray. I look forward to seeing things I might have missed in the first run through of it. And what the fuck?
I don't know what that was. Just keep talking.
Oh
I don't
wow!
know
I
either.
just got disconnected and wow. Anyway, yeah.
It was
That was
it was a good movie,
it was a movie.
and it was good.
I can't for some reason add Phil to our call anymore.
Well, Phil's here. Joel, and then I just lost. It just called everybody back, and now we lost Jeff. Okay,
I'm right here.
it says you're
I'm not
gone on my
lost.
screen, man.
It says that I'm not in the group call at all, but I obviously still am.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Skype is
Oh.
having a seizure tonight,
Fucking
This is the worst episode ever.
and it's not our fault.
I think I'm gonna leave all this bullshit in just so people are like, these poor guys.
right.
It's America. It's not our fault this time.
It is not us, America.
That's funny because usually Dion's the one that addresses America, and I just say, "Hey, people."
Well,
So
Dion's not here. Somebody has to address the masses.
Dion's busy with his white wife.
So
Damn it,
just
Dion!
curious. We're still going.
We're still going
Where?
to the moon, motherfucker.
Jeff is still here.
Yeah, I can hear you. Just act like just keep rolling, man. This is a clusterfuck. Hashtag clusterfuck.
Oh,
Hashtag fuck off,
hashtag
Skype.
Hashtag
giant
WCBS.
clusterfuck.
Damn it,
Maybe-
anonymous.
Fucking anonymous. Anyway, amazing fucking movie. Worth seeing. Go see it, everybody. If you hated it, you can suck my dick. Good night, America.
Dan, what did you think?
Jeff, I thought it was an amazing movie. It's best superhero movie of the year so far.
Oh my God.
It is only February 11th.
You know what? It still counts.
Good night, gentlemen.
Okay?
Still
Okay, Dan, just keep rolling.
Still counts. Best superhero movie of the year so far. Definitely going to be better than Batman vs Superman. Not going to be better than Civil War because the hype for that is too high.
What the fuck? It says our group call ended at 1 hour 4 minutes. That's just 5 minutes ago.
Well, it obviously did not.
Something does not want us to record this Deadpool review.
Yeah.
So let's just keep doing it.
Skype's been fucked up today, apparently.
I think it's just all of our internets suck.
Yeah, probably, but let's blame Skype because it's easy to do.
Dude, Grey's Anatomy is trending on Twitter.
Why?
I don't know.
Is that show still on?
I think it ended today?
Like, finally? Good.
I don't
I never watched it, so fuck that show.
You know who likes that show? Deadpool.
Oh,
Let me
shit.
invite Phil to the group call.
Because the group call still thinks Phil's in it, probably.
Now it says I'm calling Phil by myself.
Well, you know what? Skype thinks I'm dead, too. It's fine.
And now it says I'm recording a call to Phil.
Skype thinks I'm dead.
Hear
It's
you,
fine.
Jeff.
Can you hear Dan?
No.
I can... No.
You can't hear each other, but I can hear you both.
What is happening with Skype?
I do not know, and this is terrible. Oh my god.
This is hilarious.
Like, Dan, it doesn't even recognize that I'm on a call with you right now.
I noticed.
Can you
I can't-
can you stop the call with the group and start a new group call?
There is no group call.
Oh.
Would
Dan's not. It doesn't even say Dan's online anymore.
you like
It
me to
tells
hang
me
up
that I
and you
can
call
call
me
the
back?
group.
And now it just says call failed to Dan, but I'm talking to Dan.
Would you like Dan
Yeah, I
hang
can
up
see
and
the call
you
failed as
call
well.
Dan back?
Before you hang up, Phil, try calling Dan.
No, I don't have him on my friends list.
Why not? You should have everyone in the podcast on your friends list.
Wait a minute.
Let's see. It says I can add Dion. Let's see if it'll let me add him. If I hear any moaning noises, I'm just gonna... Wait, Dan, you just disappeared.
I did?
You were on the screen, and then your face just, like, fell off. I took your face off.
Dan's name is in
My
the
face
group
off?
of
As in
people,
face
but his
off?
picture is gone.
It says, Dan, add to group call. Dan, call failed.
Dan, hang up and
I'm
try
gonna try
and call
something.
back.
I might disappear.
Or try and call him again.
You know what? At this point, I think we're just going to call it a night.
Oh, we're done?
I don't know. I don't know what recorded and what didn't record. Is Dan going to try to call back?
That better?
You never left the group, but cool.
Cool. So I
I
still
don't
can't
hear.
hear Phil because you're the only person I can hear.
So if
I'm not
there's
mad
an
at that.
so if an audio recording appears on this episode, I'm just going to put this preface out there. I can talk to Phil. I can talk to Dan, but Dan cannot talk to Phil, and Phil cannot talk to Dan.
Which means I could talk shit to Phil.
This is so weird.
Skype, you piece
I don't know
of
what he
shit.
said, but I'm sure it was an insult of some kind, and it was probably funny.
This is the most. This is
Yes.
the most random thing.
I don't know how to even go on anymore.
I don't either.
You know what would be smart to do for all the podcasts?
Huh.
Would to just be like, well, no one would know, but if I could just call each one of you separately and have multiple recordings at once, and then just put all the audio channels together. That might work.
That might. We need Skype to fuck up like this more often then.
It would be the most incredibly boring chat ever on Skype, though, because no one would talk to each other. It would just be me
Exactly.
talking to everybody.
You'd be the only one laughing.
Which is normally how it is anyway. So, Phil, we were given our general assessments of Deadpool. In a paragraph or so, how would you summarize the film? Like, your opinion on the film?
Fuck your...
Great casting, great graphics, great story. The fourth wall stuff is that was my favorite kind of. That was my favorite part of the movie. That and all the swearing. I mean, you gotta love hearing all the swearing in a superhero movie. Every time he said fuck or shit, I could hear Cap in my head going language. So, great movie. Go see it. Don't wait. See it again. I can't wait to see it again tomorrow.
So 20th Century Fox owes Phil like $3.
Yeah, they owe me some money.
That was a nice plug. Dan,
Dan.
you were impressed 100%, right?
Yes. I love this movie.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you
I
rank
give it a 9.
7,000.
You give it a 9, Dan? Phil, on a scale of 1 to 10, what
I
did you
give
give it?
9.
Over
Phil?
9,000.
What? 9,000?
False.
Well, there you have it, guys. World-class bullshitters not only approved of Deadpool, but we loved it. And now let's check our favorite hashtag, hashtag WCBS.
Wait. Jeff,
What?
do you give film?
Oh, what do I give the film? An 8.
Respectable.
Very good film. Like I said, I'm going to buy it on Blu-ray. There is, like I said, the only thing that it just felt small in the action scenes. What we saw was great, but it didn't have the scope of other superhero films, and you could tell that it didn't have the same budget. But then again, it is a Fox superhero film, and none of those feel epic in scale. Like, even the new X-Men trailer did not look exciting to me. What'd you guys think of that?
Apocalypse looked like he stole Mr. Freeze's outfit.
Phil, what'd you think?
Kind of disappointing. It's I don't know. It's gonna be like a wait and see kind of thing for me.
I will wait till May to see it, and then I will probably not have many positive things to say.
It's one of those movies that you hope does well, that they do it well, but I mean, there's a lot of corny lines in the trailer, and it's like, why are you trying anymore?
Well, it's Fox. What do you expect, man?
Yeah.
The bare.
So, the what?
Bare minimum.
That is true. So over on our hashtags, we got from Edward H. Ladson. See, I need that townhouse at E. Smith TV. Showed this afternoon in my life. I believe that it's near Bloomberg's house. Hashtag WCBS. Also from Edward, LOL at Lonnie Quinn TV said can't even say that town, but it's 29 degrees below zero, pointing at Kung Luk Tuk, Canada. Hashtag WCBS.
Blame Canada.
Oh, here we go, guys. At WWE, we cut you from the main card and let Khali win instead of you at WrestleMania 27. Hashtag thank you, Daniel Bryan. Hashtag WCBS. And that's some harsh-ass words. Only an asshole would write that.
Hashtag
I know.
gratitude.
Oh my god, here we go. Some more hashtags from the Super Bowl. Puppy Monkey Baby?
Puppy Monkey Baby.
That was a stupid-ass commercial.
Here will be our finest one, guys. Final one. At Doritos. That was the worst commercial of all time. Hashtag Doritos. Hashtag Super Bowl. Hashtag SB50. Hashtag Super Bowl Sunday. Hashtag Pepsi Halftime. And, of course, hashtag WCBS. If you are Emily or Noah, you can, or anyone else that listens to this show,
Or
And
Tyler.
you want to be mentioned. You must
on the
talk.
show,
You must talk
tweet
to us.
us. Tweet us using the hashtag WCBS.
Send us all the twits.
You can also mail us at worldclassbs@mail.com. The best mail.
.com.
Thank you, Dan. You can also follow us on Facebook, where the doctor has taken up a new skill and a new job. It's not endoscopy, but he is in charge of the Facebook page, and he's doing a fantastic job. If you follow the Facebook page, you will get updates with what we're doing during the week, and you'll know what we're covering on each episode. So if you want to know what we're going to record next week, follow us on Facebook or email us.
Fucking hey,
At
send them questions
thebestmail.com.
in. You might get your stuff read on air.
Yes, you will. I love to read the emails. You know what? Think I should check the emails, guys? For none of, think there will be any of them?
Let's see
Maybe.
if there's at least
Worth a
one.
shot.
Hey, Dan, I'm on our favorite mail.
.com.
All right, we have a total of. I'm waiting. One of these days, I'm gonna go onto the email, and it's gonna be like 400 emails unread.
You have 3,000 unread mails. Huh?
We have 229 unread emails.
Oh shit! How much of those are not worth it?
They're mostly from Twitter.
Of course, fucking twits.
Judo Boy liked one of our tweets.
Good for him.
It was inevitable that we get back to the piece of shit that is The Force Awakens. Thank you, Judo Boy. You rock.
He knows us.
Yeah, the email is pretty lame as usual. So send those emails to worldclassbs@mail.com. The best mail.
.com.
I have been your host, Jeff Hicks.
I guess I was Dan, if you can hear me.
Doctor?
Doctor, don't forget to brush your ass now.
And we'll say goodbye for Brian and Joel, who are both old, decrepit.
And Dion for not being here.
Those dirty cum suckers.